on this here. All right, hi guys, welcome to tonight's team call. My name is Gabby. I am one of the leaders in the Dreamer Society and the founder of Rise Up Dynasty, and I'm so excited. It is October 23rd. We are almost like done with October, which is super duper crazy, to be totally honest. And for those of you that don't know, last Friday was my 1-year coaching anniversary, which is why I have the one over here. And that was the day that I signed up to be a coach. So crazy that I've already been doing this for a year. But I also think it's crazy how this is not the best month for me, to be totally honest. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is probably one of the worst months I've ever had, but I'm embracing it, and I'm looking back on it and realizing what I did and what I didn't do. And I want to share it with you guys because I don't think it's all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns 24/7. It's not realistic. We all have lives, and so I want to share that with you guys tonight. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you guys know some of the announcements that are coming out. I don't know if you guys know this, but until October 31st, it is $145 to grab your summit ticket. So that is the lowest it's going to go. So grab it ASAP if you don't have your summit ticket already. I'm going to be going with my husband. I think Ashley's going to be bringing her boyfriend or her husband. And there's going to be a ton of other coaches on there. If you're not in the Dreamer Society Summit page, add yourself in there or ask your coach to add you so that we can kind of chat about flights and schedules and where everyone's going to stay and stuff like that so that we can get everyone connected. Also, Rachel Hollis is going to be there. That was announced this week. And I'm just so excited for Summit, you guys. Honestly, it changed my life. So if you can get there, start thinking about it now and start saving for it. And also, travel cash. You can earn $200 in travel cash for Summit if you reach Success Club in October, November, and December. And I think that's the only requirement is October, November, December. Right, Emma? I believe so. Yeah. So $200, you guys. Honestly, like that's all I needed to go to Summit. I did spend a little more because of the core, which the core is like like gear and stuff like that. But that's really all you need. You don't need much, you guys. Second is, I am honestly so excited to say this, but Rise Up Dynasty, which is my team, is one coach away from being a diamond team. So I'm really, really excited about that. I wanted to share that with you guys. I signed my brother up last night. I think it was last night or on Sunday. And so he is part of my team and his girlfriend as well. So I'm so excited about that. So yeah, we're one coach away, you guys. Almost there. And okay, so challenge groups. I wanted to share with you guys that we have challenge groups running on right now. We have our Improve You Shift Shop Proving Grounds challenge group running right now. We're on day 2. So if you have anyone who's ready to do Shift Shop or wants to start Shift Shop, get them into that group. We also have a Fit for Fall 2.0, which is 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. We have Clean Week. You guys, you don't need permission to run a Clean Week group. If you want to run a Clean Week group, go ahead. Get in contact with your coach or your mentor, and they will share with you and help you run a Clean Week. You can do that on your own. And so, yeah, and I know I'm going to be starting a year-end resolution challenge group. So start thinking about stuff like that in your language and how you're talking to people on social media, because why wait until January? Why not start now? So yeah, so those are the challenge weeks going on. Of course, we have our reoccurring one, which is the self-love community, which is almost at 300 people. I did not realize that, but it is. So we have that one as well. You guys, another thing is if you have people who you have signed up in the past, reach out to them. Follow up with those challengers, because that is something that's one of my goals before the year ends, is to reach out to my challengers throughout the entire year who I've helped get signed up with a challenge pack or whatever it is, and reach out to them and see how they're doing and see what program they're doing, if they're drinking Shakeology, maybe to get them on a reoccurring order of Shakeology. yes, it's important to get new people and to help new people and inspire new people, but don't forget about the people you already have, the people that you've already helped. That is one of my goals this month, and I just want to share that with you guys too, because I was thinking to myself, I wonder, do they want to do Shift Shop? Like, what program are they doing right now? Don't forget about them. Start thinking about your goals, because it's already October 23rd and November is going to be here like that. So start thinking about your November goals and start thinking about your personal development book. If you're not reading personal development, you should entirely be doing that with your whole heart. Yes. So let's get down to the meat of the call, because I am super excited to share this with you guys. I'm just going to take a sip of water really quick. I'm like so dehydrated. So the word we all dread but we need is discipline. I have been a little MIA. I don't know what happened. It's like I hit my 1-year mark and I was just like, nope, don't want to do anything. I just want to binge watch Netflix. I don't want to even eat right. And, you know, I had this really, really weird, like, I can't even explain to you guys. If I could explain it to you guys in any way, it would be like someone took over my body and I was physically, mentally, like, trapped inside my body. And I couldn't really figure out what happened and where it came from, because I am a very bubbly unicorn, rainbows, everything, you know, everything. But I think that it got so much that I just got over it, right? I started to freak out over bills. I started to freak out over other little things, and my anxiety and my depression got the best of me. And where that lied is my mindset. And I'm going to go more in depth of this and in a minute, but I started to work more at the restaurant. I work almost 6 to 7 days a week at the restaurant, no lie. And I started to have this mindset of, I hate my job. I can't wait to leave it. I hate it so much. I hate the people there. Everyone is they're not my real friends, and whatever it is, just a negative mindset. And that started to seep into my life, and that negative mindset started to seep into my business as well. And I started to resent it, and I started to just overall become very unhappy, because I was unhappy at the job that I need, right? So this is why I wanted to share with you guys that, you know, you see all these top coaches, you see all these people that are like leaving their jobs, and then you're over here and you're like, okay, I'm doing everything that I can, and why am I not there? And you start to play this comparison game with yourself. And I want to share with you guys, because I do work. And there might be other people on this call right now or who are listening right now, and you're like thinking to yourself, okay, I work 9 to 5, or I work these hours, and how am I supposed to get my business in? How am I supposed to invite? How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to do whatever it is? And I'm going to share with you guys how you can do that and how I have done it in the past, in the year, and how I fell off. And the mind shift that I had literally this morning, and this whole team call was inspired by the mind shift that I had this morning. First of all, I want you guys to know that it's completely okay to have that like pause, to have that pause, because sometimes you need it. Like for me, it was completely necessary for me to have this like pause in my business to kind of reevaluate what was working and what wasn't working. And so that's why I was kind of MIA, because I wanted to make sure that I was helping my coaches and not just helping myself. Because if I'm just helping myself and fueling myself and not my coaches, I'm going to go nowhere in this business. And I want to make sure that I'm, you know, helping them to get to my goals, because that's the way this business works. This is why it's vital to have discipline as a coach. Hold on, I'm trying to look at my notes right now. Okay, so it's very, very vital to have discipline mixed with a routine, okay? Why is it important to have discipline and routine combined? This is when I go to work, or this is when I work out, or this is when I have family time, or this is when I work my business. These are the people that literally have it structured to like from 8 a.m. to 9 9 a.m. I work out, or and then from 10 a.m. until 4, I go to work. Whatever it is, whatever scheduled time you have out, that is vital. Like I'm 110% with you that it's vital. And those are the people who stick with it. You will see coaches in a year or 2 years or 3 years and so on, because they're making it a priority and they're having the discipline in their routine. It's time to make your business a priority. And the sooner you get started, the better. And you got started for a reason. Okay, I got started for a reason. I got started because I wanted to get healthy and happy and confident, and I was miserable and I was full of anxiety. And like for me, when I reached my 1 year mark, I was there again. Like I went to the pumpkin patch and I was completely like overwhelmed with all of this like excitement and happiness, and then it came back and it was so weird. But I remembered to myself that no, Gabby, you're not that person anymore. You have a routine. You got started for a reason. What was that reason? And it was to feel happy and excited and confident, and remember that I was made for more, and that I'm not always going to be that bartender working at the same restaurant for another 12 years. That's not what I want for my life. So you got started for a reason, whether that's as a discount or to make an extra $200 or $500 a month, or to make $5,000 a month or a week. Like, let's go, let's do it. But whatever you are in it for, you are here for a reason, and you're on this call for a reason. So it's time to create that discipline and instill it into your veins, literally instill it into your veins. Okay. So going back to my work schedule is I work Monday through Saturday. Literally, sometimes my only day off really is Sundays. And my schedule has changed. So a lot of the times you guys would see me working during the day. Well, I'm not on social media from like 10 to 5 sometimes now. So I work 10 to 5, so 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., sometimes 6 p.m. And then I have to be a wife, and then I have to cook dinner, and then I have a lot of stuff that's just so repetitive, okay? So repetitive, and to be totally honest, it's boring. So like I wake up, I make my breakfast, I do this, I do that, I go to work, and all of this stuff to me is boring, and that's not what I want for my life. So I remember this morning, like why I decided to go all in for my business, because I needed that outlet. Okay, like I needed that outlet to have a community, to have the sense of positivity and enlightenment and excitement. And so I kind of lost sight of that when I started to hate my job, when I started to resent my job, when I started to feel like it wasn't working or comparing myself. And so this business, coaching, right? Your coaching, your entrepreneurship, or whatever your business, your brand, should never feel like another job. Even though some days it does, because it is a job. You're trying to be an entrepreneur or whatever it is, right? It should feel fun and exhilarating and an outlet and something that you're so excited to sit down and work for 30 minutes, right? It should be so much fun. It shouldn't feel like, oh God, I have to sit here and I have to invite. Like, no, like you're doing it wrong. And if you are feeling like that, you really need to sit back and you need to think about what's working and what's not working in your business. Sorry, I was like looking at my notes. And you need to like look at what is working, what's not working. Because this should allow positivity into your life, and it should pour over into your life. Coaching should never be something that you dread doing. It should be something that you love doing, to come home to, and something that you can control. Like, because you can't control the things that go on at work. Even though you can't control things that happen in your business, such as a coach cancellation or a challenger hating Shakeology or whatever it is, right? Like, you can't control that, but you can control what you put into your business. And that is the beauty of this business. So, mind you, and I kind of want to go back as well, I was in that, like, I don't know, like depression state of mind. I had like a coach quit, and I was like, you know what? I am not going to let this get to me. I am going to rise up. I'm going to literally be like, yes, this is it. Like, I was not going to let that get to me the way it got to me before when I had a coach cancel. But that's something you can't control, you guys. So it's time to get disciplined. It's time to ask yourself, when am I going to wake up? When am I going to work out? When am I going to go to my full-time job? When am I going to be a wife or a girlfriend? When are you going to do whatever, right? When are you going to cook dinner? I mean, you don't have to go that much in detail, but it's really important to remember when you're going to do all of those things, and especially when you're going to be a wife, because I promise you guys, my husband knows exactly the days that I am in this room on a team call or working. And that has been so helpful in my business, because I don't want him to resent me being in here. I don't want him to resent this business, because this is something that's going to help us in the future. So make sure that you are sharing that with your husband, your family, or whoever it is, even your boyfriend, because if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, they need to know too, so they're not resenting it. So you need to start thinking when, and when as in what time. Okay, and what time every single day. I'm just looking really quick. Can you guys make sure you're muted? I just hear some feedback. All right, cool. Only I say that because sometimes I watch team calls on YouTube and I'm like, why didn't she like mute those people? Because all I can hear is the feedback, and I'm like, I can't even concentrate. So that's why I say it. So thank you. So remember, okay, so when are you going to wake up? When are you going to work out? When are you going to go to your full-time job? When are you going to be a mom? When are you going to be a wife? But most importantly, when are you going to be an entrepreneur? When are you going to take the time out to focus on your business? During your lunch break? Are you going to wake up an hour earlier? Are you going to work later? Are you going to work here and there? That is very important, because not only are those things important too, but if you want to leave your job, or if you want to have a six-figure business, or if you want to make an extra $200 to $500 a month, are you doing the work? Are you being an entrepreneur? Or are you just scrolling through Instagram and posting your workouts and being like, okay, I'll wait to see if someone just magically shows up in my inbox? I promise you, because that won't work. Because I've been doing that for the past 3 weeks and it's not worked. And I'm sitting at Success Club 2 on the 23rd. Okay? Coming from someone who was at Success Club 14 or 14 or 15 last month. Okay? So that is all great, but it's not going to push you to get to your goals, you guys. So that's when you need to ask yourself, are you disciplined in your routine? Develop a system that is duplicatable, and a system that is going to work for you. Over the past year, I have tried so many different systems. I've tried pen and paper. I have tried Streak. I've tried an Excel spreadsheet, and now I'm on Teamzy. Personally, I really, really, really like Teamzy. You do have to pay for it though. I tried Streak. It didn't work for me. I just didn't like it. And I still honestly use pen and paper, and then I apply it to my Teamzy, but that might not work for you. So Streak might be your thing, or an Excel spreadsheet might be your thing, or a pen and paper might be your thing. Whatever it is, find and develop a system as soon as possible so that you could track your business and track your work and track your life in general. And something that's not overwhelming, because if it's overwhelming, it shouldn't feel that way. It should feel accomplishing. It should feel like, yes, I got it done, and I can now go be a wife. I can now go be a mom. I can now go to my full-time job and feel so happy, be like, yes, I got everything in this morning. So it should not feel overwhelming, you guys. That's not what this business should do. Yes, there are certain times here and there, maybe towards the end of the month when you're trying to push for goals, or if you're trying to push for a certain rank or whatever it is. Of course, sometimes it does get a little stressful and overwhelming, but for me, it's fun. And I I don't feel like it's overwhelming now that I have like a clear mindset and a mindset shift, which I'm going to go more in depth with in a second. But it's not overwhelming to me. So like my personal schedule, and it's not always the same because I do work at a restaurant, and some days the owner is like, hey, I need you to work this day, this day, this day. So my week is not the same, you guys. But I still plan the night before, and I make sure that I get it done. So I normally wake up, I eat my breakfast, I make my Energize, and I work out. I shower. And while I'm showering, I listen to personal development. That is 2 vital behaviors that are already done. I had worked out and I got my personal development in. 2 vital behaviors out of the 4. So you are already done with those vital behaviors. So you only have 2 more to go. Or actually technically 1 if you want to do recognition, which is inviting. So, and then I go to work, right? And this is just a side note, but maybe, and this goes into like my mind shift change, but maybe your goal is not to leave your job. If you love your job and you just want to do coaching as like a little side hobby to make extra money for like travel or groceries or car payments or whatever it is, that's perfectly fine. You do not have to hate your job. You do not have to be like, oh, well, all these other coaches are leaving their jobs and, but that's not my goal. That's okay. That's the beauty of this business. It's your business. For me, I want to be able to leave my job. I want to be able to sit here and work from home and be able to be with my kids when I do have kids, or be able to have dinner cooked for my husband when he gets home. Those are my goals, and your goals might be totally different, okay? But don't give up on what your full-time job is. So even if your goal is to leave your job, don't stop putting in 100% of your job. Just stop saying, you signed up for that job, so give it your all with the intention still in your heart, right? So no negative lifestyle, and the magic will happen. You have to give 100% into everything that you do, and don't let them pour over into each other. I started to go into work now excited, putting on makeup, putting on lipstick, smiling more, because over the past 3 weeks, I've noticed that a lot of my regulars and a lot of my customers were like, Gabby, smile. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And it was because I hated my job. I don't want to work there, you guys. I really don't. But I have to make the best out of it, because if I don't, it's going to pour over into coaching, and coaching is going to start feeling like a negative thing. And I'm not going to be able to pour into other people. And so whatever your full-time job is, make sure you're going 100% into it. Make sure that you're giving it your all. You're going into those 6 hours, 12 hours, whatever hours you are doing your full-time job, give it 110%, because then you're going to come home and you're going to be 110% and positive in your business, right? So you have to give 100% into everything that you do, and don't let it pour over into each other. I am a dog mom. I am a wife. I'm a bartender. I'm a manager. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I'm an entrepreneur. 110% into everything. And share that like wildfire, you guys. So many times people are like, Gabby, you're so authentic. I just, I don't know how to share my life like you do. And you guys, there's no secret potion. There is no secret potion to this. I share exactly what my life is. I also realized that I never really shared that I was a bartender. I would just share like, hey guys, I'm here in my office working, but I didn't share the other side of it. That is me going to work, working 6 hours on my feet without a break. And so I realized that I need to share that. I need to share with people that if you want to work from home, if you want to be a stay-at-home and you want to be an entrepreneur, this is how you're going to do it, right? This is how you're going to do it. I work, plus I put time away to work my business. And I have discipline. I have no excuses. I have a plan. I have goals, right? So I have to make sure that I share that with people. So share your passion like wildfire. Share everything. Don't leave anything out in your life. Be authentic about how you're building your brand. I'm a bartender, I'm a server, I'm a manager. Sometimes I'm answering messages in the bathroom. Literally in the bathroom, I'm like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom really quick, and here I am on my phone with the stall locked, answering messages half the time. Or while I'm managing sometimes, which not all the time I have this opportunity, but once a week I manage on Wednesdays. And so I know to take my laptop, take my personal development book, because from around 9 to close at midnight, I'm just sitting in the office. And so if I'm just sitting in the office, I'm going to be answering messages. I'm going to be inviting people. I'm going to be creating content for my team. I'm going to be doing A, B, and C, whatever it is, right? And so I have that time to be able to just set time away from my business while I'm at work. And I understand that not everyone has that capability, but that's what works for me, because I set that time on Wednesdays for my business, okay? So 30 minutes of business time, that's all you really need, you guys. I mean, especially if like you're a hobby coach, but 30 minutes of business time that you set aside. Start small, right? You don't really want to just start huge and be like, okay, I need like 4 hours to invite and make this and do this. Like, no, start small, okay? Start small. So start with 30 minutes of business time. Set 30 minutes out of your day to focus on your business, answering more messages, posting on social media, checking into groups, team calls. Schedule the time out. Use Google Calendar, pen and paper, an actual calendar, a solid schedule, you guys, that is literally detailed to the brim. The second that I started leaving that out and not checking my Google Calendar is when I kind of started to fall in my business. And that's on me. That's on no one else but myself. That's no one's problem except for my problem. And it showed in my business, you guys. So what do you want? What do you want out of this? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want a solid cushion of financial freedom? Do you want to just have your products paid for so you can live a healthy lifestyle? Your goals determine your schedule and your discipline. So make sure, I want you guys tonight to write out a detailed schedule. Literally from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed, you guys. And share it with your coach or your mentor. Share it with your spouse, most importantly. Share it with your family, because your family should know too. My mom knows sometimes when I have to tell her no to certain things, and she understands. Sometimes she gives me a hard time, but she understands. And run with it. Run with it, you guys, because that's what's going to build your business, and that's what's gonna get you to your goals. So write your schedule out to the T, and make sure that it's a structured schedule, something that is duplicatable, something that you could share with your team, something that is actually going to work. Don't write a BS schedule that you're not gonna do, okay? And make sure that if you have a list of things to do in your business, that you choose only 3 top things that are most important, that are literally like the top 3 things that you have to get done. So if you have a list of 10 things, highlight 3 that are most important, okay? And make sure that you get those 3 things done. And if you have a little extra time, go add another one off that list and cross it off, okay? But for me, I always, you guys, man, I wish I could show you my list of things to do. I don't really have one right now. But mine goes to like 30 sometimes, but I highlight 3 that I know that I need to get done, which is most of the time inviting, checking into my groups, or following up. Those are my top 3. Because I mean, I don't really add personal development. I don't really add working out as my top 3, because those are non-negotiables for me. You know, like I wake up, I'm a coach, I'm going to be working out. I use Instagram as my accountability. So I wake up, I post, and while I'm showering, I listen to personal development, or while I'm in the car, I listen to personal development. You guys, there should be no reason that you're not listening to personal development. There are so many like I don't know, moments of your day when you're showering, when you're folding laundry, when you are cooking, whatever it is, there should be no reason you're not listening to personal development. And if you're not, it's going to show in your business. I promise you. And for me, what I like to do is I like to listen to personal development for my mind, for me, not for my business, for me in the shower, to set my day, to set my mood. And then sometimes while I get to work and I'm opening the restaurant, I plug in my headphones and I listen to personal development for my business. Okay, so I listen to 2 types of personal development, and that's a non-negotiable for me. So people in your life can hold you accountable. Make sure that you're sharing it with your spouse. I share with my husband all the time. I'm like, babe, like, text me in the morning and make sure that I got my workout in. Or, you know, I went so far one time, I was like so desperate, literally like 2 weeks ago, I said, do you think that I can like wake up and with you at 5 a.m. and I can drive you to work so that I'm already up and I have a schedule? And he's like, you're absolutely crazy. No. So he actually started to just make me coffee in the morning, which I love him for. But he knew that I was in a funk, and he knew that, you know, I needed to get my routine in order. And you have to share that with your spouse and share that with people who can hold you accountable. Okay, so share it with your coach, share with whoever it is, and share that schedule too. So Nick knows my business hours. He knows when I'm going to be in here, and I make sure that I tell him, like, babe, I have a team call on Sundays. He already knows I have team calls on Sundays. And so he already knows that that's where I'm going to be. And on Tuesdays. And so make sure that those people know that. And so I want you guys tonight to really focus on, I'm going to end the team call pretty soon because I wanted to make sure that you guys have the time. I want to make sure that I respect your time and make sure that you guys actually have the time to write out a schedule. We're coming into the new year. Many of you are on this team call or listening on this team call, and thank you so much if you are listening to this. And if you're struggling, I've been there. If you're struggling in your business or struggling with a routine or whatever it is, I've been there. And it's hard to get out of a funk, but just know that you can if you lean in on the people that are struggling too, or lean in on the people that can help you get out of it. For me, I know that when I'm not 110% with my schedule and not 110% with my vital behaviors or my non-negotiables is when I do seep into that funk. Okay. And so take that time to reevaluate what's working and what's not working, and reevaluate what you're doing. Reevaluate, okay, Gabby, like, you just worked 12 days in a row. Well, what did you do with those 12 days? You know, like, did I wake up early? No. Was I drinking my superfoods every day? No. Was I eating right? No. Was I drinking my water? No. That's on me, right? So I need to wake up and be like, that's it, Gabby. Like, I started this for a reason. And I don't want to be that girl that I was a year ago. I don't want to be that girl. So I need to wake up, figure out my schedule, write it out to the T, share it with people in my life, and just do it. It just takes a simple, small step of just starting. It's literally like your lifestyle of working out. If you're already working out, it's just as simple as creating a schedule. So I want you guys to create the schedule today. And if you're a hobby coach, so this is how I like think of it, is if you're a hobby coach, which is like you're helping change 3 lives a month, you want $100 a week, or, you know, here and there, products paid for, whatever, right? I would probably dedicate 30 minutes to an hour into my business. Okay. And you do 30 here and 30 there, or do it in one big hour. So there's like, you know, a power hour or power pockets, whatever you want. But if you're looking to build a 6-figure business and quit your job and have financial freedom, you should be trying to put in 2 to 3 hours a day, you guys. Okay. You really should be, but you have to schedule that time out. If you're not scheduling it out, bedtime is going to come real quick and you're going to have nothing done. That's what happened to me. Okay, so it's game on, you guys. Game on. It's time to use social media with purpose, and it's time to take action in your business, and start treating this like a business, right? If you're a hobby coach, great. I am proud of you. There's, I'm not saying like, if, you have to run with your business. No, I was a hobby coach for the first like 3 months of my business. And no one forced me to do the business. I decided on my own. But if you really, really want financial freedom and you want a 6-figure business, you need to wake up, and it's time. It's game on. And if you want to grow a team, you have to lead by example. If I don't lead by example, how is my team going to lead, right? So get out a pen and paper and ask yourself these questions, right? When am I going to wake up? When am I going to work out? When am I going to go to my full-time job? And if you're not a mom, you don't have to do this one, but when am I going to be a mom? So you set out like mom, like time with your kids, right? When am I going to be a wife or a girlfriend? Set that time out. Like I put like hubby time, which is like usually we're watching a Netflix show or we're cooking together or whatever it is, right? When are you going to do that? And then when are you going to be an entrepreneur? Because that's most important. I mean, no, it's not most important, but like it's really important if you want that 6-figure financial freedom, being a stay-at-home mom or dog mom or whatever it is, right? You have to make sure that you are taking the time out to focus on your business, but also focusing on your family and focusing in on the things that fulfill your life, right? And develop a system, you guys. If you want, like, you watch a video on Teamsy, watch a video on how to use Google Streak, or make up your own Excel spreadsheet that you can print out and do yourself, whatever it is, okay? But make sure, answer those questions, share it with your coach, share it with your significant other, and make sure that you're showing people that this is your business, this is your schedule, and they will hold you accountable. Okay, be like, I need you to hold me accountable. But make sure it's a solid schedule, you guys. I personally love Google Calendar because it's on my phone and I can schedule things in on there. So that's just me. So I want you guys to really do that and focus in on it so that you're not scrambled. You're not that scrambled coach who is like all over the place. And no, that's not how you're going to run a business, right? Steve Jobs, I bet you, he had like a detailed schedule to when the time he probably pooped. I don't know. But you have to make sure that you're scheduling your time out. So yeah, and if you need help, reach out to your mentor. Schedule a one-on-one, okay? Because this is vital, you guys, really vital. And it really showed in my business this month because I'm only at SC2, which is totally okay. I am fine. No, I'm joking. But it really showed in my business, and it's no one's fault but my own because I didn't do the work, and I have no one else to blame but myself. And so I know now I had a huge wake-up call, and I'm ready to go, and I'm super excited, and honestly I think I just need the trip to Disney, to be totally honest. But you guys, find the system and just get it done. So go ahead and make your schedule and share with it. If you want, when I post this team call, share it on the team page, whatever you guys want. I'd love to see what you guys use. I'd love to see what you guys use for tracking and what you guys use for your calendar. Do you use like an actual calendar? Whatever it is, I'd love to know. Share it in the chat box right now so I can see. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. But thank you guys so much for hopping on or for watching the recording. It means the world to me because I was in a funk, and if you're in a funk, I get it. So love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.